Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I got a Black Ops gameplay for you, and I actually just got off playing this, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. Might do a little play casting or shoutcast, whatever the fuck you call it, where I talk over what's going on. But actually I probably won't do that because what I wanted to talk about this game is Black Ops 2, and just go through some of the new stuff and like just give my thoughts on it. It's not like a million people haven't done this already, so it's nothing special. But here goes. Anyways, the most interesting thing I think that caught my eye when everybody's talking about Black Ops 2 and I kind of learned some information about it was definitely the score streaks. Now, if you don't know, the way this works is instead of kill streaks or even point streaks was kind of the in between from like Black Ops to Black Ops 2, because the way this works is you're gonna get, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. You get rewards for your score in a single life. Like if you capture a flag, you get like 150 points. It's actually different. Like if you capture your home flag where you spawn by, you get like 50, and then if you capture like the B flag in the center, you get like 150. If you capture an enemy flag, you get like 150. So it works like that. Kills and domination are going to be worth, I think they changed it to 100, and yeah, all that stuff adds up. I'm pretty sure assist adds up, and then they added something new as well called a UAV assist, to where if you call in a UAV and people get kills, it will give you, like I said, a UAV assist. Now, I'm pretty skeptical about this. I don't like the way this sounds because, first of all, this is going to capitalize UAV whoring, and that is something that I have been praying to get out of this stupid game for like the past 3 installments from Black Ops on. I've hated UAV spam, but I don't know, maybe it was worse in World at War and COD 4 because that was like built in, like that was the only kill streak you could use for a 3 kill streak or a low kill streak. So I mean, I don't know, maybe it was even worse before I started playing, because I started playing halfway through MW2, and MW2 wasn't real bad at all, because people started with Predator missiles and as their first kill streak and stuff instead of that. But I feel like Black Ops 2 might have some big UAV spam in it, which is going to make Ghost a lot more prevalent. Honestly, I'd really just like to see the UAV gone from the franchise, because think about it. The UAV's gone, then there's no more Ghost, there's no, well, I mean, there wouldn't be a reason for Ghost, obviously, because there's no UAVs, there's no reason for there to be anything to hide from UAVs. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So I'd like to see the UAV just gone. It doesn't really help the game that much. It kind of like, when you develop a certain amount of strategy and technique in your game, you kind of learn where the traffic spots are, and so you don't really need the UAV. And I think that kind of takes away from people needing to get some strategy and technique in their map knowledge and spawn knowledge and just overall gameplay. I think the UAV really hurts all of that, as well as makes people camp. It definitely does that. People are scared of the UAV because it makes them paranoid. Honestly, I just think it would be much better if it left the game, or at least it should be like a 5 kill streak equivalent. I think it's like something like 275 or 375 in Black Ops 2 for a UAV, which, I mean, you capture your home flag, you get 3 kills and an assist, and there's your UAV. So it's about, on average, like 3 kills, just like in any other game. I'm not sure how hardline's gonna work in that game either. I never really thought of that. I don't even know if there is hardline in that game. But yeah, so back on topic, the score streaks was definitely the most interesting thing, and I'm looking into some of these score streaks, like the swarm is like a swarm of planes and stuff. They'll like crash into the ground and kill people. The dogs are back. The orbital VSAT, which is the Blackbird, so the Blackbird is back. And these things are like, the orbital VSAT is like 900 score. The dogs are like 1200, and the swarm is like 1400. And 1400, that's a lot. That's a big number to be going for, especially before, when we thought domination kills were going to be 50 points apiece. That was like scary to think about. That was like, what? Wait, I have to get 34, or I mean, I have to get 28 kills. I have to get more kills than a Moab if I want to get a swarm, just a regular kill streak reward and domination without capping flags. That doesn't seem right. But now it looks like you're only gonna have to get 14, and the kill streaks do stack, so that's interesting as well. I guess the kill streaks don't stack; they add to your total score. But I actually think that they don't add as much as gun kills. Like I think like kill streaks will or score streaks kills will add like 25 score instead of like the 100 or 50 as you'd get from a gun kill. So could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not like huge on this game. Like I haven't done a lot of research, especially lately. Like a couple months ago when everybody was talking about it a whole bunch, I was kind of interested. But now I really, I kind of just dropped off the wagon of trying to learn stuff about it because I kind of just don't want to know about it. I kind of just want to go into it, be a surprise, and have some fun on the release night with some friends. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I think there was one more thing I wanted to mention about the score streaks. I can't seem to remember it, though. Okay, well, I guess I'll just skip over that. The other thing I really wanted to talk about was, the Pick 10 system, which is the new creative class. I really liked this idea. Like, just the thought of picking like these wild card slots, which can give you like extra perks in the same tier. It sounds like a really good idea. Having 3 attachments. Now, I don't know if that's like the best thing for me. I don't really care if anybody else has a suppressor as long as I have one. Now, real quick, back to this gameplay. Look at this gunship I get here. This is I can't remember. It's like 29 or 30 kill gunship. And I really miss the gunship because I just played ground war all the time. And if you don't know, the gunship has been glitched in this game for like over, like almost a year and a half. To where in ground war, you can't control it. It'll just fly around the map. It worked fine for a while, and then just after some time, it just magically stopped working. But you'll see, I start getting them spawn trapped, and this isn't like demolition or anything. This is domination, and I managed to pull this off. It was crazy. I got out of this, and I was on some adrenaline high of, fucking shit up. I swear, I got more kills in this thing than I got in the fucking campaign with using this thing, or combat training. This was like a combat training gunship. Okay, back to the subject. The Pick 10 system. Alright, I had to stop commenting for a second. Where was I? I was on the Pick 10 system, talking about the wild cards and the 3 attachment things, and then I got off track and started talking about the gunship. Okay, so now that I'm back, like I said, I do think the ability to pick more than one perk in the same category is very interesting, because in certain Call of Duty games, well, like Modern Warfare 2, there's always been like a perk slot that's been particularly dominant. Modern Warfare 2 is the second perk slot where you had stopping power and cold-blooded and hardline. Or my recording screwed up, so I had to switch over to that. But yeah, you had like hardline, cold-blooded, danger close. I hate to say, but and stopping power. So that was the dominant perk slot there. In Black Ops, the first perk slot I'd say was the most dominant. You had Ghost, Hardline, Flak Jacket, which was a huge thing that I never really used for some reason. And yeah, those 3 were pretty big. Scavenger was as well. I just never used it because, there was always Ghost or Hardline is what I was using for some reason. So, and Modern Warfare 3 is actually the first game I can safely say that I didn't think there was like a dominant perk slot for like, like I said, like there wasn't stopping power, there wasn't like, I mean there was assassin, but the thing is like in the first perk slot you had like scavenger, sleight of hand, and I know those were in previous games, but they were just so much more useful in Modern Warfare 3 because of the crappy spawn system and the fast-paced gun action. And what else was it? Recon was in the first perk slot. Extreme conditioning was meh. And the other one, I can't even remember because I sold the game like a month and a half ago, so I can't even remember what the last perk is. But yeah, but perk 3, that was Modern Warfare 3 was actually the first game I can remember that to have like an awesome perk 3 slot. I mean, you had Stalker, you had Sit Rep. Those 2 alone were like the big pullers, big fighters for me to choose. I could never pick between the two unless I was using an SMG, in which case sit rep was always the way to go. But okay, I'm looking at some error on my Black Ops screen. Anyways, I don't have too much more time to talk, but those are the two things that I really was interested in: the score streaks and the pick 10 system. And I guess to sum up the pick 10 system, you have 10 choices of things to pick between perks, primary, a secondary, and attachments. And there are these things called wild card slots. To, like I said, you can pick more than one perk in a certain slot. Like slot 1, you can pick like 2 perks in it instead of 1 if you use a point on that. And I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how it plays out. So the stuff like the maps and the guns, like I don't really care about that crap right now. That's release night stuff. That's where I start like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. I'll start using that more, and within the first week, I'll know what guns I like and what maps I like. So that'll be pretty easy to find out from there. But again, I'm really curious to see how this game turns out, because it does seem like it could be the God's blessing. I still think it's gonna suffer from the same douchebag tryhard syndrome as Modern Warfare 3 had, just with the players. But if the game is good enough and its core mechanics and actually all this new stuff they developed works, then I think it will be able to move past the players being stupid as hell, and I think it might actually be able to be a good game. So again, we'll just have to see how it turns out. This was a pretty good game, 81-11 domination, and this is actually like my first domination game I played 6v6. So hope you guys enjoyed that monstrous gunship, and tell me your stuff on Black Ops 2. I'll try and get back to you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.